Hey, welcome back. So I'm halfway through shooting my edge grain cutting board video right now, and all of a sudden my Dewalt Orbital sander will no longer keep paper attached to the base. This is something we deal with probably every month. And what needs to happen is we need to replace this pad that's on the bottom. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to tell you where to get these real cheap. But before we do that, I just want to mention, before you start sanding, you always want to make sure your paper's on here. I know that sounds stupid, but always make sure your paper's on here, because it takes about 4.5 seconds of running this thing against a piece of wood with no paper on it to ruin this Velcro here. And I know it's about 4.5 seconds because I have repeated this experiment more times than I care to admit. But with that said, always make sure your paper's on here. These pads, if you get them from Lowe's or Home Depot, they're going to run you about $21. If you go on Amazon, Amazon sells these. We get them on there all the time. They're great. I'll try and put a link in the description. But on Amazon, you can get a pack of 10 of these pads for about 80 bucks. So that's a huge cost savings, and they work just as well as the Dewalt brand. Today, I do have extras around here somewhere, but I can't find them. So I just gave up looking for them, and I went and I bought the Dewalt replacement version at Lowe's. If you go to Lowe's to get this, this is not going to be where you expect to find it. It's not going to be with the sanders. This is over by the Craig jigs and the planers and that sort of thing over in tools. Let's go ahead and replace this so we can get back to work. And just so you know, this is the Dewalt, the DWE6423 is what I've got here. And replacing this is super easy. So let me show you how. Okay, this pad is held on by these 4 screws. I don't know if you can see that. 4 screws here. These are Torx head screws, or that star-shaped bit that you see with some wood screws. And we're just going to take this off. Very simple. Okay, we're just going to take those 4 off. You can check in here while you're at it. Go ahead and check this tensioner for the orbital, the random orbital base. Just make sure that is in good shape. If it's not, you might want to order a backup one of those if you need to. Mine's feeling a little loose. If you can see that. So it may be time to get a new one of these, and you can find these on Amazon as well. But for now, I don't have time to deal with that. We're going to have to just switch this out so I can get back to sanding. Here's the new one. Again, it just goes on with these 4 screws. The thing you want to keep in mind is you want to try and get this as perfectly centered on these screw holes as you can. Okay, because if you don't, I know that this orbital sander is supposed to go off in different directions anyway, but if this is not centered as much as you can get it centered, you're going to have a balance problem, and that's going to make this thing wear out even faster. So let's just go ahead and put this in. And when you put these in, don't tighten them down all the way, because I'm gonna show you why this is, or just how adjustable this could be once we get all these screws in. So just put them in a little bit of the way. And then you'll see this thing does kind of move. So you just want to make sure that you can get them as centered in there as possible. And then tighten it down. And that's it. It's as easy as that. Again, you can get these on Amazon. I think a 4-pack is $38. The 10-pack is $79. If you do a whole lot of sanding like we do, gosh, that 10-pack is worth it for just $8 because you're going to spend $21 at Lowe's or Home Depot on this.